All right, so this is going to be a live Google audit for one of an agency company. He's currently managing a good amount of clients actually, and his campaign has, managed over $600,000 in ad spend. So he's reached out to me for some consulting. He works with a lot of attorneys, and so today I'm gonna be doing a live Google audit for his immigration attorney campaign. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take a deep dive in the analysis. I'm gonna be recording the whole Google audit, and I'm gonna send it to him afterwards so that he can make some of the changes. And so I'm gonna be blurring out a lot of the personal information, things like that, but nonetheless you guys are going to see kind of like my Google audit, my thought process of whenever you put together a Google campaign, and maybe how to hopefully you can learn a couple things where you can optimize the campaign as well. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. I'm going to start the Loom screen recording, so I'm just going to go straight into it and do that. All right, this is the Google audit for you, Patrick, for your immigration attorney. So it looks like here we talked a little bit. You sent me an email. The issues we were having with this campaign is analysis of what's wrong with the existing campaign, a broad outline. His main goal is to get form signups. We built a some landing pages which should be attached to the ads for review at a glance. Okay, firm focuses on these cases, a broad outline of what your new updated strategy would look like. Any other notes, such as spend more, less, better, landing pages, fewer keywords, etc. Okay. This is a resource for me. Analysis of what's wrong with the existing campaign. But something's not working. Okay, at a glance, it looks like we have set up ad groups to match specific cases types, but something is just not working. Okay, so when you say something's not working, are you not getting clicks? Are you not getting leads? Are you not getting phone calls? What is not working? But don't worry about that. I'll go ahead and I'll dive in. I'll take a look at everything here. So let's put myself down here. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna go look at all time. So it looks like, okay, we spent 2,500. We started. Let's look at conversion rates. Okay, so conversion rate is 2%. Okay, so that's odd. That's not gonna get the job done. We need to increase the conversion rate to about 20 to 30, all the way up to 40%. So at 2%, it's actually below industry standards. So this campaign is obviously it's not converting at all. So which means two things. Number one, we're not sending relevant traffic, or number two, the converting landing page, or the landing page that we're sending the traffic to, isn't converting our traffic into leads, right? So 2%, $2,500. Let's see how many conversions we've gotten. Don't really care about that. Let's look at conversions. Okay, so 3 leads, 2,500. All right, so we have a big issue here. Let's look at last 30 days. Okay, so 2,000. So we're getting clicks, we're getting traffic, right? We're getting traffic, but we're not converting. That's the issue here. So it's not like the campaign isn't running. The campaign is running, but it's not converting. All right. So the issue isn't with we're not having problems with getting traffic. So I'm gonna go take a look at your settings here. Let's take a look at let's see which one of these is getting more activity here. Okay, so this one, your search campaign, is obviously it's getting okay, cool. All right, so let's just focus on the search campaign. So this is where all the activities come from. Let's go ahead, let's look at the engine by going into settings, just to make sure everything is set up correctly. All right, so it looks like we're targeting multiple areas here. So depending, I know he's an immigration attorney. I'm not sure where his office is at, and I don't really know exactly who he's targeting exactly. But if he can get cases and stuff in different countries, then that's fine. People when you're excluded. people in or show interest in your excluded locations. I'm not sure if you have I'm not sure if you have, you know, locations where you don't want to exclude. I normally go with this option right here. People in or show interest in your excluded locations, because we don't want anyone outside of our targeted area. So normally, just for best practices, I'd normally select that option, but I'll let you make all the changes yourself. All right, so bidding here, CPC enhance. I always like to turn off enhance CPC, because Google's, you know, number one thing is to make money, right? They're a legitimate business and they want to make money. So they're going to they want their advertisers to spend as much money as possible on their platforms, and this is a way for them to do that. Yes, it does help you get more clicks during the times where it is known to get more conversions. However, Google is also going to charge you more. It's willing to bid more on specific keywords just to get you, just because it thinks it can get you that conversion. So normally I like to stay in control of the whole campaign by just leaving this off. I like to stick with manual CPC, which you've done here, but even more so, have more control of your Google campaign by turning an enhanced CPC off. Otherwise, I've with my own personal experience, cost per click is a lot higher. The cost per lead is going to be a lot higher. And so it's just, you know, it's just going to be not as effective. So I like to just leave that off always. That there's little tricks and tips where Google is going to try to turn this enhanced CPC on, but I normally just leave that off. Another thing here, what I see is include search partners. I normally like to turn this off, just because the higher quality traffic and leads are going to just come from the search network, right? Google search partners, I've done it before. Yes, it has brought in cheap leads for cheap, but you know, I like to just spend my full, you know, ad budget on the most relevant, high quality traffic I could possibly get, and that's going to come through search network. That's where someone is literally searching up immigration attorney on Google and, you know, looking to hire their services, right? So I normally like to just turn this off. Google search partners, you know, you're going to be appearing in, you know, on other websites and things like that. So it's just, your ads really just going to be popping up, and that's not what that's not going to bring in the highest quality of traffic either. So we want to spend our budget on the highest quality of traffic. And it looks like here, you know, you have a good sized budget, $180 a day. That is a big enough budget for you to be able to see results. I'm just going to go run down the list here. So let's start from the top again. All right, so now we identified that the you're not having the main issue that we're having is the main issue that we're having is two things. Comes down to two things. Number one, it's either the traffic that we're getting, the clicks that we're getting is not good. The traffic we're sending to our website or landing page isn't solid. Or number two, we are getting traffic, but our landing page looks bad. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your landing page in a little bit here, but let's go in deeper. So I just want to make sure we see all this, right? So 2.5% conversion rate, which is really not good at all. Let's go down to your ad groups here. All right, so you mentioned that these are the ad groups that, you know, these are the cases that we are looking to get. All right, so these ad groups are the cases we are trying to get. So like I said, we got to turn off enhanced CPC here. Let's look at it from a whole. All right, so we're getting traffic, we're getting the clicks are there, and at $180 per day, we should have spent a lot more than the $2,500 that showed. So let me see here. Okay, so attorneys $8. Okay, so it looks like 3 conversions came from work visa attorney. Okay, so someone searched that up and we got 3 conversions from that, so that's solid. It's converting at 12.5%. I mean, which is average, right? That's what industry benchmark is about 8 to 12%. So you're hitting it here for work visa attorney. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's look at your negative keywords real quick. Okay, so we have a list of negative keywords, general negatives. Okay, so we've done that. All right. I'm not sure what's in there, but I want to go back to this right here, because this right here is going to determine, you know, what kind of traffic we're getting. Eligibility for E2 visa. Okay, so this one got 9 clicks, no conversions at $14, right? So like I said, you know, let's go into your columns here. So let's go in competitive metrics. No. Let's go to attributes. Let's look at estimated top of bid. Estimate top of page bid, first position, first page. Let's apply that. Let's move this guy over here. Okay, so looking at this, it says here. Let's add a couple more things here. I want to look at some competitive metrics here. I want to look at search impression share, search here and here, loss impression share. Let's look at all of this just so I have a good sense of, you know, the traffic that we're getting from this campaign. All right, so you know, we're getting. So it looks like here, no one, you know, we're not getting any type of traffic from here, right? And you know what? From the top of my mind, I already know, you know, how it could be improved. But let me just work with what you already have here. So estimated top of bid, page bid, sorry, 53 cents, $6, $2. So if we are bidding this much, it's going to. Google is telling us if we bid this much, then we're going to appear at the top of the page. First position, search impression share. For this keyword, we are getting, you know, you are showing up 50% of the time. You are your ad is showing. 50% of the time, you are at the top of the page when you do show up. 35. Okay, so this is a good keyword, right? Your ads is showing. People are looking up for this. You're getting traffic from this. However, these people are not. It's not getting enough traffic. So I think you are overbidding a little bit. Plus, you have enhanced CPC on, which is why you're paying $14 per click. I mean, you could bring it down to. I mean, you can bring this down a lot. I mean, for this one, 53 cents to be at the top of the page. And I think the reason why it's so low, it's because, you know, this keyword, it's so random. O1A, right? It's not. You know, it's not anything specific. It's kind of random letters and numbers. So that's why we have that there. But the reason for but also we're not getting conversions from that because it's such random. So I want to look at the search terms. Let's see what people are searching up here. Okay, so 14 clicks, $220. No, I want to look at it from all. I don't know why my computer's lagging. All right, 200, sorry. Requirements. Okay, there we go. Cool. Let's look at impressions. Visa lawyer, O1A. Conversions coming from visa lawyer. So this is a good keyword. So looking at your keywords, Patrick, I could kind of tell what's going on here. And I understand that, you know, that your immigration attorney is after these specific cases, E2, O1A, O1B, visas, H1B. However, these are such, you know, I want to say, not specific keywords, right? As you could see here, your conversions are coming from visa lawyer, right? I would target more of those keywords: visa lawyer, visa attorney, you know, immigration attorney, immigration lawyer. And even though that's not that specific case, it's going to convert a lot better because, you know, compared to, you know, a keyword that's just O1A. And I saw that you targeted that specifically too. So, you know, E2 lawyer, that's good, right? So we need to include, going forward, you need to include the term lawyer, right? And attorney. let's see here. So let's go back. Let's see what you have here. So here, visa attorney. I would add in the phrase match. This is what I would do. And you know what? Maybe you've done it before. Okay, no, you haven't done it. But removed. Okay, so this is what I would do. I would make a separate ad group just for, visa attorney. Visa attorney near me, or, whatever people else may search up. Broad match. I would also do broad match visa attorney, right? So I would make a separate ad group just for this. And like I said, I know it's not specific, E2 case, O1A, O1B, but you're going to get a lot more traffic from that. And then if you have your negative keywords set up correctly, then, we're going to prevent the bad, bad traffic, bad search terms coming through. So we want to do, do more of these keywords just because it's going to bring in better quality traffic. People are actually looking up for an attorney or a lawyer, So let's see here, 7 clicks. So these are all solid. I mean, they're solid. I think you're overbidding a little bit, so you're overspending. And I know you want to appear at the top, but you don't have to overspend that much. You could, for sure though, turn off the enhanced CPC because that's just going to charge you a lot more than you really need to. So yeah, you could definitely cut this price. I mean, from here, I would bid it a couple dollars over the estimated top of page bid, and these numbers change every day as well. So, but it's not going to be anything significantly higher. All right, so that's what I would do. Just having better keywords, right? So, for example, right here, this is really random O1A. You got 10 clicks from it. And whether or not it was good traffic or not, that's something we're going to look at depending on what your landing page looks like. But have attorney and lawyer in here, and let's see. I see that you do have that right here. For example, O1A attorney, which is good. O1A lawyer, but it looks like you got 0 impressions from it, which means that you probably didn't. Your max CPC isn't high enough for Google to show your ad. All right, so let's go to tools and settings here. Let's take a look at keywords planner. I'm sorry, my computer's lagging. It's like recording on recording. I got some other things running. All right, so while that's going, usually it's not that slow. All right, so that's what I would do for your ad groups. I would leave on O1A lawyer and stuff like that. I wouldn't just bid on O1B. I feel like that's a little, you can if you want to, but I feel like that's just not going to bring in the best quality traffic. 25 bucks for sure. Turn off the enhanced CPC. You're getting the impressions, right? Search lost top, and so this tells me here that you're not, you're getting your searches in. So that means a lot of people aren't searching for this. So for example here, O1B attorney, right? That's what you are targeting as your keyword. And so every time someone has searched up this term, this search term, you have showed up 100% of the time, and you only got 3 impressions. That means that not a lot of people are searching up this keyword. So we're not getting enough traffic there. And the reason is maybe people don't search up O1B attorney. Maybe people are more likely to search up visa attorney or immigration attorney. So those are the main keywords I would go after, and not so specific. These are more specific, and so you're going to get lower volume. But we want to meet in the middle. We want to have enough volume, get enough traffic to be able to bring in leads. And so here, this is where we have more of that immigration attorney, visa attorney, immigration visa lawyer specific. So these are great. I see that you have a lot of exact matches. And obviously here, the conversion rate could be a lot higher. But you could keep it more phrase match. I would do phrase match visa attorney. Exact match isn't I prefer phrase match the best. Um, just just from my own personal experience, phrase match is the best. So visa attorney, immigration lawyer, visa lawyer in phrase match. I think that's going to be more effective. These are a little bit more, more exact, keywords. So you're gonna get less volume. But from here, it looks like you didn't have issues with your volume, right? And you're showing up a good amount of time. So it looks like from here, this is the bulk of your traffic, right? From these, obviously these ones we covered is too specific, and then over here, this is where most of your activity is coming from. So this tells me that your landing page isn't converting. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take a look at your landing page. All right, so it looks like we are sending them to 2 landing pages here. We have this one and we have this one. Okay. Let's go back to here. Work visa attorney. $8. Okay, so this is about right. This one might need it to be higher. 15. $8.01. So it looks like the cost per click on these keywords isn't that high, but that's also because you're doing broad match. Let's look at your landing page here. All right, so here's a big here's an issue that we might be running into. I mean, it's not bad, but okay. So what I would do, Patrick, is the first thing most people are going to want to do is they want to educate their clients, right? Hey, we're the smartest. We know we are the best immigration attorneys, and here's the reasons why. Here's E2, O1, O1B, H1B, and all that. And this is great, but this is great, but this is what I would do. And the reason why we have high converting landing pages is so we could literally convert the traffic coming from Google, and that's so important. And that's why most agencies, most advertisers that are people advertising on Google, they're only really converting about 8 to 12% in the law industry, but we want to get that up to a minimum of 20%. And the reason why the conversions, your conversions and most people conversions are around average or low is because people who are searching on the internet have the attention span of about a goldfish, meaning that you have about 5 seconds to not only capture their attention, but to have a clear call to action and get them to do exactly what we want them to do. So when someone's searching for your immigration attorney and they land on this website, our goal isn't for them to read about our team, our case studies, about our services, our blog, our blogs and stuff like that. And this is more for SEO. This is a solid website. I'm not talking about that's a solid website is different from a high converting landing page. It's totally different, right? And this is a solid website, right? If so, he probably paid to create this website, get this website done, and it looks great, right? I have no issues with this website. But if you are looking to convert traffic, having a clear call to action, converting people that have a 5-second attention span, we need to get rid of this all these links. We need to make this page 20 times more simple, right? There should really be only 2 options on here. There should not be a bunch of buttons for them to click on. There needs to be a form, because on mobile, that's the first thing that they're going to see. We don't want them to look at links and stuff on mobile or seeing this. A lot of the leads are going to come through mobile. That's where most of the leads come from. So the first thing we need them to see is a phone number and a form. So I would change the landing page if you want to convert the traffic a lot better. That seems like it's an issue. The biggest issue with your campaign is that it's not converting the traffic, right? And assuming that you're targeting the right keywords and you have your negative keywords in and we're getting the traffic right? We're getting the relevant traffic, people who are actually looking for an immigration attorney within these cases, then I could already tell that your landing page isn't going to convert, or it's going to only convert at about 8 to 12%, right? So yeah, you need to work on the landing page. We need to get rid of all of this, really, or most of it, I would say. And really, we just need a phone number, a form that needs to be on the top fold of the page, which means it needs to be up here. I see you have a book a consultation here, but there's too many links, too many buttons. There's no form for someone to fill out either, right? You said that in your email, your goal is to, for the attorney, for them to fill out a form, and there's no form to fill out, right? There's buttons to click, and then that might lead us to the form, but that's an extra click, an extra step, an extra couple seconds that we need our, searcher to do, right? And like I said, within 5 seconds, we need to get them to do exactly what we want them to do, which is call the office or fill out the form. And in this case, you want them to fill out the form, so we need to have that form on the top the top fold of the page, which should go right up here. Move all this down. I mean, it's fine. Like I said, the website looks beautiful, right? But it's not going to convert at a high rate. So we need to get rid of the links. But if you can't get rid of the links, I understand. You might not be able to for whatever reasons. If you need to keep all this here, what I would make changes to this website is, instead of having book consultation, an extra click, I would put a form right here for them to fill out, because Google traffic is a lot different from SEO traffic. This is beautiful for SEO. That's great. But for Google traffic, we need to have a form about right here on the top fold, so that the searcher could see it right away and fill out that form. And then they also need a phone number, right, for them to call right away. So you can just get rid of this, have a form, have a phone number, call now for a free consultation or whatever it is that your attorney offers. Okay, and then I would push all of this down. I would, and then get rid of all of this. You can get rid of all this. You can keep the badges. That's fine. You can keep this below. That's fine. But really, the most important part is the top fold of the page, which is right here at the very top of the page. We need to have a clear call to action, a form to fill, and a phone number to call. No more buttons, less clicks. All right, let's get straight to the point in what we want them to do. And then a clear call to action. Also, what I've noticed that increases the conversion rate is having a face on the website, right? Having a face of the company, the business always helps. So, having a picture of the team, having a picture of the attorney, any type of picture, right? If the attorney doesn't have a picture, use a generic picture of an attorney, right? That's still going to increase your conversion rate. So, so that people are more likely to trust it. And I know they can read the team, they can go on the team and probably see the pictures there. But, we want to implement it on the first page because, like I said, once again, cannot stress this enough. We have about 5 seconds to capture attention and get them to do what we want them to do when it comes to Google traffic. These are red hot leads with intent. This isn't SEO where they're finding you. So I mean, that's really what I would do. It looks like you have your keywords good here. I would narrow it a little bit, not narrow it a little bit more, but for example, this keyword right here, immigration visa lawyer. These are two separate keywords I would separate. So I would do phrase match immigration lawyer and then phrase match visa lawyer, right? So that's what I would do. You would get more traffic from that, and then make sure you have your negative keywords in, making sure that you're excluding people that are searching up for pro bonos or maybe free $0 attorney, things like that. We want to exclude those type of people that don't have money to hire an attorney. If your attorney charges money for that, obviously. So let's take a look at your ads here. It looks like most of the traffic's coming from here. This is fine. Best worked visa lawyer, top worked visa lawyer. Here are your conversions right here. You spent $900 here. So what I like to do within the ads is always having an incentive and a call to action within the ad, right? So obviously here, expert H-1B visa attorneys, I would just keep it I would kind of loosen it up a little bit, broaden it up a little bit. Maybe someone is just searching for a visa attorney. Maybe someone is just searching up for an immigration lawyer, and I see that you tried including both immigration visa lawyer here and then visa attorneys here, and I think that that's the ad copy could be better. I would say something along the lines of, I would usually the first headline. What I like to do is basically the first headline should be what kind of service they are, right? So for this example, it might be a visa attorney, might be an immigration attorney, immigration visa attorney, but that should be the first headline. So maybe for example, we could say first headline. Let's say we can keep it best immigration attorney or best immigration visa attorney or best visa attorney, or expert immigration attorney, something, kind of something that, what's the word I'm looking for? That describes the attorney, right? We want to stand out a little bit. We want to be unique. So you can use expert, best, top rated, whatever, and then visa immigration attorney, so whatever that you choose it to be. And then the second headline, I normally like to put the call to action or the incentive, right? Because Google is normally going to only show your first two headlines. Sometimes they'll show the third headline, but most of the time they're going to show the first two headlines, right? And so the second headline is usually the clear call to action or incentive, right? So usually call for a free consultation or whatever the desire is. So what most of the time call for a free consultation is effective, or whatever else unique selling point that your attorney has to offer, right? Let's see here. Call now, yeah. So call now for a free consultation would be best. Whatever it is that you can offer. But yeah, second headline, I normally go with the call to action or an incentive. All right, so let's look at your extensions here. Extensions is fine. We have everything set up correctly. So that looks good. Your call extension, case studies. So that's fine. Your keywords we looked at, your demographics, settings, devices. Let's look at your devices. So devices here, like I said, most leads are going to come through mobile, like I said, so that's why we really got to optimize the landing page for mobile. Computers, you can keep it normal, but normally I like to bid a little bit less. I like to decrease it by about 20-30%, but depending on the ad budget as well, it depends on how aggressive your attorneys wants to be, if they have a big budget or not. But if you're on a smaller budget, then I would kind of, like I said, we want to spend our ad dollars on what's going to get us the most results. So that's why I do that. And a tablet, tablet's not going to get that much traffic, and it's not going to get great traffic either. I normally don't even target tablet, so I would normally just decrease it by 100%. Every now and then you might, but like I said, we want to make our ad dollars as effective as possible, so that's what I would do and go there. But other than that, Patrick, that's pretty much about it. How I would say what I would have to say about your campaign is, number one, the main thing here is obviously the campaign's not it's not converting, right? So that, like I said, goes back to two things: either the traffic we're bringing in isn't isn't quality traffic, or number two, your landing page isn't converting. And when I took a look at your landing page, it's a solid website, right? And that's perfect for SEO purposes. It's perfect for if the attorney wants to share their website so that someone can get more information about them. That's perfect. But when you are running ads, particularly Google ads, you want to send them to a high converting landing page. And the people that are searching on Google, they have intent. They're looking to talk to an attorney right now, right? They're looking to talk to someone right away, get their questions answered. And so, if they don't get that, they would literally just click on the next link right underneath you or above you on the Google searches. So it's really important that we, get them to do exactly what we want them to do. And we need to have a much higher converting landing page. We need to get rid of some links. We got to get rid of buttons, and we got to have a clear call to action. Have a phone number, have an incentive, right? Call now for a free consultation, whatever it is that your attorney can provide, and then have a form for our leads to fill out, right? And then I would push all this stuff down, right? Because top fold is the most important part. And then right here, for example, when someone lands on this page, yes, they are looking for H-1B visa, but you know, it's number one, we should have a face if possible on the page. That always works. We should have links. But like I said, instead of educating people, have a clear call to action, because they want to talk to someone right away, right? You know, when we're running ads, we don't need to educate people. We just need to give them what they want, and they want to have answers, so they need to be able to call us, right? So just have a form. And if you can keep all this, but just push it all down, and have a form, have a phone number. You can include the badges. I like this page better. You know, you can include the badges and stuff, but I would get rid of the links. I would get rid of this. You know, you can keep this. You can keep all of this, because that's, you know, sharing what you do. But yeah, having a much more clear call to action is going to be powerful. All right, so that's pretty much it for this audit. Let me know if you have any other questions or concerns. I went over pretty much. We've identified why your campaign isn't converting at a high rate. Number one. The second thing, the second issue could have been the traffic, and I don't think it's so much of the traffic, because you know you are targeting the right keywords here. It's not like you're not doing the right keywords. It's just some things I would turn off as far as like enhanced CPC and stuff like that. And I would just break up, you know, visa attorney and immigration attorney. I would break that up, and then not overbidding. Not overbidding on these keywords, and that's pretty much it. And then from there, just making sure you have your negative keywords in, and that should be good. So, you know, with your campaign right now, it's converting at about 2%. Even without the high converting landing pages, we want to get it up to, you know, average at least, which is around 10%, 12%, right? So we want to get there, you know, and so that's what I would do. Go through the keyword search terms, you know, making sure that the search terms are relevant. I'm trying to figure out anything else I want to add here. That's pretty much it. Dallas. So there's a lot of people searching, you know, for, you know, different areas. I don't know if you target those specific areas or not. I know that you have very specific locations in there, but you know, there's people searching for San Francisco, Delaware, Sacramento, and stuff like that. So if that's not something you, you know, want to target, then I would add those ins as negative keywords as well. So yeah, that's what I would do. All the things we talked about in this video. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'll be more than happy to answer. So let me know.